Hello and welcome to Liberty Nation's LNTV. I'm your host, Mark Angelides. Today I'm joined by Mr. Scott DeCosenza, Legal Affairs Editor for LibertyNation.com. Welcome, Scott.
Hi, Mark.
So, Scott, President Donald Trump has sued the New York Times for libel. Now, why now? What makes this different? I mean, he's always complaining that they lie about him. We've all heard it's the fake news. We've all heard this. So what's different this time?
Okay, well, it's not actually Donald Trump that's suing the New York Times, as you've probably misread many times. It is the campaign, which is to say it is the corporation that is the Donald Trump for President campaign that is suing the New York Times for libel. It's not Trump himself. The campaign itself, as a corporate body, is saying they've been damaged by falsehoods that the New York Times has printed.
So there's been damage, presumably with a monetary angle, to the campaign team for Donald Trump.
Well, that's interesting, whether it's a monetary damage or not. Okay. I don't think they are alleging a monetary damage, but if it hurts them in other ways, that's sufficient perhaps to recover under the defamation statutes.
I mean, are the rules different for this particular kind of defamation suit?
Well, they're essentially the same, meaning if a person can be defamed, then a corporation can be defamed. What you have to do is prove that there was a false statement of fact that was uttered by the defendant and that the entity was damaged by that. And so that's what the campaign will have to prove. That's what you would have to prove, for instance, if you were trying to sue somebody for libel, that somebody made a false statement about you, that it was identifiable that they were talking about you, and that it damaged you.
And how do you like the campaign's chances on this?
Oh, Mark, less than zero, I would say. The statements that they have produced seem to be uniformly statements of opinion. And the complaint is written in a manner that suggests it was filed for the sole purpose of generating news pieces about its filing, rather than a genuine attempt at litigation or to recover during litigation. We've seen just recently, Devin Nunes famously, I think, has filed a number of high-profile libel cases or defamation cases. And just as you read the complaint, for instance, it reads more like a press release rather than a lawsuit. And there's a reason for that, because that's how it's intended, I think, as a press release rather than a lawsuit. And I think the same is true here.
And what about discovery, Scott?
Well, a number of the president's supporters, Mark, have hoped that this suit will lead to some discovery, which is that they could get subpoenas to have internal communications, perhaps with New York Times editors revealed or something like that, and sort of a treasure trove of the anti-Trump bias, perhaps. But I don't think they're going to see any discovery, Mark, because I don't think this will pass summary judgment or even earlier actions in court. I think that the failure to assert a non-opinion statement will lead to this lawsuit's early demise.
All right. Thank you very much for the update, Scott. Much appreciated.
Thanks, Mark.
And thanks to you at home.
Hi, folks. Lisa K. Donner here, Editor-in-Chief of LibertyNation.com. We hope you enjoyed watching this video, maybe even learned a thing or two. If so, please take a moment and subscribe to our YouTube channel right down there in the corner. Thanks so much.